Hello there, ladies and gentle boys. My name is Edgev and I welcome you back to another episode of the Witcher3. Last time we realized what the next victim of the mysterious monster would be. It's our friend, one of the knights whose name I forgot, who's playing the Hare in this year's games. Now we're off to him to save him. Usually we would be riding up there alongside with Anna Henrietta, but I've stopped the episode right here, and now we've gotta get after her. And I don't know why I can't sprint. The game tells me I can't do that, well, anyway. Okay, this gives us the opportunity to leave a like, drop a comment for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. And let's hope we are not too late.
Sorry.
It's here, just round the corner.
Yes. Lead the way.
Let's go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the Hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of...
But times is of the essence.
On second thought, through here.
A unicorn's a
I shall
unicorn's
show you where the
horn,
hunt plays out.
a phoenix
Then we
feather
will
and a
split up.
fish spin.
You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish,
A golden fish.
while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Well, okay, and where's the golden fish?
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Oh,
The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
okay, I will go for the golden fish first.
1290 vintage. I do encourage you to try it.
If one were to call a steak courageous or coward,
But I feel we will be a bit late. Yes, of course we were related. It's scripted in the story.
go. I simply won't do it.
Then don't do it. Okay, since we're already here, I'll get the unicorn first. Let's use the axe on it and... No, Geralt has another idea.
Perhaps an apple will work, or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really
Please,
wish
what?
to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Is there just one horn? Well then, I think there will be only one winner. The one who can get the horn and decode the message. Okay, we just get off the horse. Witcher senses for in a treat. Okay. What would that like? What would that horse like? Well, they said it often enough. Some sweets.
Roach likes carrots. Maybe Unicorn will too.
This is an outrage. An outrage, I
Roach
tell
won't eat
you.
bread either, except if it's stale.
At your service, Witcher.
Hey, why did you take your glasses off? And why? Because we still have that magic thing of Yennefer in our inventory. Well, let's get rid of it, and there. That's better. You only will walk very slowly to it, to not scare it off. Kinda understandable. We first ran right
Say to
through
a
it.
delicious crunchy
through it?
carrot.
Ah yes, there you go.
Easy.
So that's the
Gardens
first.
are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Ooh. Now we can ride it.
Oh,
That's a pleasant surprise.
dark secrets taints.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
I don't think so.
What the places?
Did someone just
Yes.
dive in the water?
Yes,
Perhaps that's
I
the way
did.
To do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Some toffee? I think not every fish here will be golden. Let's see, this here is sparkling. Beast of Toussaint? No.
Do something.
Do what exactly? Am I to jump in the water?
Lodge an official protest.
I like those reactions from these noble guys.
Do I ever need to whiz?
Oh, hello? I thought this would be a stage or something. Oh no, it's just some spot to chill out. So, my dear unicorn. I have a unicorn myself. It's a little toy standing right in front of my screen. Was the birthday present from one of my friends a few years ago. I called it Rudy.
Have you noticed all the bats, man?
So sweet.
Is something afoot?
No bats. I wish
Hey, Anna, I brought the unicorn.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
Please what? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese. Is it a greenhouse?
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And mouse with the head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed, but only one. Yes, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
Okay, I have no idea to get the solution to this riddle. I just remembered it from the first time.
Wait here.
Does the Duchess don't like it when she is told what to do?
Oh, what the butch? Oh. What was that?
Oh man, this dude has giant claws. Somewhat it reminds me of a mole. Yeehaw! Forget it, just break in the door. Or gently open it.
I'm here.
Hello.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Innocent. Oh, that's a good question. Let me quickly think about that. Are we talking about this game or in general? Because I think in this game I was quite a good boy. Yes, I've done my fair share of killing.
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
Come on here, you giant overgrown mole.
Show me what you got. I'll let you kill again.
Except you're... Oops. Except you're not a mole, but a vampire. And what's the difference? Ow. Ooh. Ah, that did hurt. I did hope to win this fight this time. But I think it's a fight you can't win.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
Ow.
He's my friend.
Friend? Oh, that's a big hole. Friends? We do not eat friends?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Okay, well, that's a pleasant surprise. And you,
Miraculous regeneration.
Regis?
How do you manage
From
it?
what
I had help
game,
from the one
story?
you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
That is? Ah, yes, the killing monster.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry, I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Please. What? And why are you so sure
Seem
about
pretty damn
this?
sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Ooh. That one line, 3 centuries ago. That one left me wondering how old Geralt is it? Did it really? Wasn't it? Correctly formulated this. Was he really alive at that time and was he able to remember that? That made me thinking. Witches are able to live a very long time. But that long? But
Vampires rarely
no,
help humans.
my
Must have had his own
knowledge,
agenda hunting the beast.
yeah, about
He's through it for one reason or
95, Geralt.
The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
And what did it
Anything
upset him?
specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Well, that explains how he managed to pull all these murders off.
As fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Oh, these men have some sense in them. I thought they would expect me for the murder. Huh, the game says I'm underleveled for this quest. Let me check it out. 92 and I'm 85. Well, this puts me in a difficult position. It will be fine.
We must allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Yes, but in the greenhouse there was something sparkling which I want to check out. If just gotta get back there. The only question is how and from where. So that now we're healing. And let me think, we came from that direction and maybe we can just jump through here in this water and swim over there and check it out what was in there. I really do like Regis. He reminds me of a good friend of mine. So, where is this greenhouse?
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see you're a killer.
Okay.
You can't pull one over
Yes,
on
yes,
me,
yes.
Witcher. I can see you're a killer.
You are just annoying as the Skyrim gods. I used to be a traveler like you.
Have you ordered a
Then
new
I've
coat
got an
for the
arrow
wine
to the
festival?
knee.
Yes, you ought to see it. Beautifully tailored orange silk trimmed with ink.
I have the feeling I'm running in the wrong direction. Let's think. Something up high, maybe down there. This is a greenhouse, but definitely not the one we ran past. Come on, where are you? No, that's not it. Come on, shut up. Shut up before I kill you. God damn it, this is like a maze.
I'm going to guess this champion.
Oh, a little house. Ow. No, not the right one. But there's another house. This looks promising. Yes, this is it. I've just gotta get in there. A hair mask? Oh. Well, that's all left of the poor guy. Okay.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
It says. We could also start working on our Witcher gear.
Keep calm. Start no props.
Yes. But for now, let's see if we can do this quest. But most probably I will just die on overleveled monsters. I have the feeling I'm running around in circles. Hey, can I? Hey, Roach. Come on, bring me there. What's up today? Why can't I sprint? Does the game doesn't like it to sprint in the cities? What's going on here?
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Okay, thank you, boy. Sam says postage paid, so get lost. No, here.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
My dear Geralt.
I hope all is well. I imagine you hot on the trail of some nasty monster. Or is it an overly complex curse this time? Oh, Geralt, I wish I knew for certain. Whatever is keeping you busy, perhaps you'll need a break. For those moments, I offer you this intriguing little mystery I happened on in an old manuscript I bought off a merchant from Nazaire. The tome's author claims a certain Professor Moreau once called Beauclair home, and this professor conducted research into Witcher mutations. I don't know much else, but I suspect that alone might pique your interest. The tome mentioned a journal interred with the scholar when he passed. It could very well lead you to his laboratory. I'm enclosing a map I found folded in the tome. It's smudged in a few places, but I hope it proves useful anyway. Please be careful and come back to me quickly. Your Triss.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Wait, that's sweet of her. Writing us this letter.
The guard brings peace to our domains.
Nox nice too. Might be worth looking into.
Yes,
Okay, but
Come on, Roach.
well, we could do that some later on, but not today.
Disperse! The exhibition of the regional Dobry monument will be closed until further notice. Oh! Quite the thrill.
Nice. This Weaponsmith. This one is our guy for the Grandmaster's Witcher gear. I will make this.
Greetings.
Witcher
Wait.
from the School of the Wolf, here in Toussaint. Greetings. I'm Lazar Lafargue.
Geralt of Rivia. Seem pretty enthused. Got a job for me?
Rather. Mind you, it's no monster hunt, but I'm sure you'll be interested all the same. I'm an armorer, see, and I've for years sought diagrams for Witcher armor of exceptional quality, Grandmaster level.
Heard of them. Never seen any though. Thought they were lost.
Not quite. For I've been lucky enough to learn that their holders came to Toussaint. Alas, they then perished, but I know where. I just need a partner to help me retrieve them.
If you know where to look, why not get them yourself?
No offense, but do I look like a rough-hewn adventurer? Besides, who would serve my clients while I romped about seeking them? No, I rather leave it to someone familiar with such matters. Bring me the diagrams, and from them I'll forge for you whatever you fancy.
Well, that's quite of an offer.
All these diagrams somehow wound up in Toussaint? How is that even possible?
Toussaint was once home to Tiensail, a legendary and now deceased elfin master armorer. Witches from all corners of the world came to him to forge their plate, their mail.
Heard about him. Supposed to have been the best.
And thus he charged a king's ransom for his work. Witches would take difficult, dangerous work to earn the coin to pay him. Some, alas, met with misfortune, and the diagrams they carried were left to rot with their earthly remains.
Some, I would say all of them.
Find the diagrams. But how can I know where to look for their remains?
As it happens, I learnt my trade at Jensail's side. So I heard the stories of the missing witches firsthand. What he told me, well, that is what discouraged me from seeking the diagrams out myself. We must strike a deal. I shall tell you all I know. In return, once you've found the diagrams, you will let me draft a copy.
Deal.
Where do I look for these diagrams?
That's a deal, my friend.
I know of 5 likely fallen witches, each from a different school of the wolf, griffin, cat, bear, and manticore. Which should I start with?
Okay, I know the first 4, but the manticore, that's something new.
Manticore. Probably know the least about it, though once, long ago, wore some armor forged there.
My master said the Manticores have their fortress in the Far East. A century past, one of their number came to him, a witcher named Milton. He made a poor impression on my master. He stank like a dwarfen still, and quarreled fiercely all the time. Tiensail slammed the door in his face and told him to return when he sobered up. He would conduct no business with a drunk. The Witcher, however, failed to return. Folk say he got into a booze-fueled brawl with the ducal guard. He was arrested and sentenced. Bastoy prison, where he was held, well, it's been a ruin for years. Still, you may want to start your search there.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Now,
tell me about my brother, the wolf.
His name was Aton. I remember him well. My master liked him, helped him find a safe, yet well-paid contract. A few years ago, an archaeological expedition arrived in Toussaint from Castel Gropian. They questioned my master about the elfin ruins at Termes. He warned them of the danger there and recommended they take Aton as an escort.
What kind of danger did he mean? Any idea?
Legend claims wraiths haunt the chambers beneath Termes. I cannot say if there is any truth to this, but both the scholars and the Witcher disappeared without a trace.
The Griffin. What can you tell me about him?
He came some 200 years ago, but my master remembered him well. This Witcher was not stripped of emotions, you see, as his colleagues were. He had taken on a contract at Fort Usa and required better gear. He showed my master his diagrams, paid a deposit, and was never seen again. Apparently he rode off one night from the fort, never to return.
Any idea where he went?
No, it said he left in a rush, so he may have left something behind. Only ruins remain of Fort Usa, but you may wish to search them.
Let's talk about the cat.
A year ago, Bartolome Delaunay, the ducal armorer, asked me to confirm the authenticity of a Witcher diagram he had received by messenger. You see, at the time he was working on new armor for the ducal guard. A Witcher from the School of the Cat offered to sell him diagrams for a full set of gear. The diagrams would have been helpful indeed.
The diagram you saw, was it really a Witcher diagram?
Beyond any doubt. It's a shame Delaunay didn't let me draft a copy. He was quite shaken up, afraid the Witcher might simply kill him and take his coin. Possibly a well-founded fear. Soon after, Delaunay disappeared without a trace. I would have searched his former home for clues, but it has fallen into disrepair, and it is simply too dangerous there.
Now for the last
more
one.
About the bear, can you?
He appeared shortly after Master Tiensail took me on as his apprentice. I remember the bear-head medallion that hung from his neck. I remember a towering Witcher who haggled like a fishwife.
Witchers never have too much coin.
True, this one clearly was not wealthy. But he pledged to bring us coin after he completed a contract at the Tufo vineyard, where a building had just collapsed. Time passed, the bear never showed, and my master sent me to the Tufo estate. As it turned out, the Witcher had indeed accepted a job. Yet that was all they heard of him, and that is all I know.
So that was quite some backstory. And I've just decided I wanna level up a bit. And I will do the scavenger hunt. Ah yes, and I wanna visit my house estate, the Corvo Bianco. And I am running in the right direction for the next fast travel point. Should be over here on this place.
At your service, Witcher.
And here in this bank there's a special quest I really wanna do in a few. Yes, I will do it shortly. Do you remember the movie of Asterix and Obelix, where they are? What did they do? I think they had to travel to Caesar in Rome, and they had to get the passage A38. Ah, that's great. I love it. I could shoot all again. And
welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basilfauti. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco.
oh,
I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
Oh, that's nice. See you really wanna do it?
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Good man. And okay, before we can restore the place, we have to get around it.
Giving me a little tour to Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
That's quite big.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
But I've gotta ask quite stupidly, what's a major domo?
With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Are you the chef around here? The one who...
My fingers near to shreds.
You don't have to work yourself to death here.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now either.
I work from dawn to dusk's last light.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Walk up to my chin and I've caught some
Go
rot.
up to any knight and shout, "The beast!"
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Oh. Oh man, those guns ran down.
Monsieur Bolius, his wife Nina, kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Yes, it was.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Oh yes, please, I would like to see that.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
Oh, there's definitely another wiper here in Toussaint than back in the other maps. In No Regret and Villain, all the people are definitely in a better mood.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
I've worked up to my chin and I've caught some rot.
My fingers need to shake.
Oops, sorry. Oh, and yes, the morgue.
cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
A witch fella.
Follow me, please. As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny
a bit.
a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside.
Doesn't really
On the left
look
is
that
the
good.
master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
And yes, we will do
Place could stand
quite
to be
that.
spruced up.
A Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
I would like to do all of it.
The outer walls, maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Yes.
Got these spacious
Can't we do all of it at once?
But maybe it's time to make them more useful.
Oh yes, we certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Yes,
my armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompelli once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Yes, I'll take it, all of it.
My blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Then
give it to me.
One, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
I think that's all we can do for now. And can we talk about something else?
Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about redecoration today. But I wanted to ask you something else.
I shall be glad to answer your every question, sir.
Okay, we're finished here.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
So, I say thanks for watching. We see you next time, and bye.